To import values from your EMR system, it's really easy. Press at your EMR system that the values are sent to our Refractor 900. And then you will receive it directly in here. So if it was successful, you will see it here in a blue field. I already sent the values in it. So if I press here on import, you will see you can find here autoref values and also from a lens meter. Now I press on autoref and press OK, then it will ask me if I want to import it with distance and height. Then I say yes, and then you see it will import everything directly, and also it writes me here that the data import was successful. Now you can see I can change the values, and because the autoref values now already inserted as my subjective values. Now I can compare the values by pressing on lens meter. Then I can switch to that values, press OK. Now you can compare it the subjective refraction to lens meter, and the subjective refraction are currently our autoref values. And if I want to say, no, let's start with the lens meter values, I can turn the wheel, and then the Refractor will ask me, do you want to have it as your presets as a subjective refraction? Then I can insert the values, but I also can retract it or cancel their next steps. Now I will insert the values, and it asks me again after the PD/pH. I press yes, and then you can see now here on the screen that we have as a subjective refraction the lens meter values. Now I send it previous refraction values, and you see directly it came in, and the device asked me, do you want to insert the pupil distance or height? That is something you can switch off in the presettings, as I showed you already. So this time I press no, and you see it will go successful as my subjective refraction. And it shows here that it was successful. Now I can have here my previous refraction. I can compare it with my autoref value, with my lens meter values. And if I press OK, then I can switch between lens meter, autoref, and also my previous refraction. And last but not least, what is really nice, if that is a new customer which never had glasses before, you can also show, hey, that's without any glasses, and it's a really nice function. And you see the lens exchange is really fast, and so the comparison is really, really easy, and for the patient a nice thing. So we will start our refraction with the previous refraction and go ahead. Now I want to show you the control panel's interface. Here you can see the time and the date which you set in the presettings. Currently, no patient data are loaded. It's shown here. If you load patients, then there will be also shown the patient number, and also here are most of the times information bars. Here you can see this little man with a cross. If the patient is not in position, it shows the cross. If you press against the forehead rest, you can see now there's a tick. That means that the patient is in the correct position. On the left side, you can see which user is activated. Currently it's user 1, because we just have one user currently activated, but if you have more, then press on here, you will get to the startup screen, and then you can change between the 4 users. Here in this field, you can see the occluder of the right and of the left eye. You can change the occluders by pressing the hard keys, but also in the touch. And if you press on PD in the middle of that, you will activate the PD/pH menu, which also includes the CVD positioning. Next to it, under it, you can see here, currently it's VSC, so vision without correction. That means if you import values with a vision, you will see it here. or your start vision you can save there. If I made any changes, now you see it switched into vision with correction, and you can set the vision monocular for the right, left eye and also binocular. Then we have the most important fields where you can see which sphere values you will insert, the cylinder and also the axis. Under it, it's ADD for near reading. You can press on it to activate it. And last but not least, the prism mode, which gives you the possibility to insert the prism, because in our case, they move in and out. If you do have a device without the prism, you will not see this field there, then the rest will be a little bit bigger. On the left and on the right side, next to our values fields, you can see the comparison fields you already saw in the import video. If I press now on without corrector, it will pop up and will be blue because that's the activation situation currently. Press on the same button again and it will close and you will be back in the subjective refraction. Now here on the left side, what do you see here? You can see here the currently optotypes which are displayed on our Acuity Chart 900. If I press the arrows up and down, you can see the optotypes are changing the size. And although if I want to randomize to reload it because it's already known what's displayed, you can press our enter button. If you now have find the correct visus, press on it and it will pop up a -2 until 2. That gives you the possibility to choose, was the patient better to the next vision or was it more worse to the lower vision? That gives you a feeling, hey, where are we standing currently and is it nice? Then press on it and it will be stored here directly in the field I showed you before. Under it, there are the 8 predefined optotypes. Currently, that are the predefined optotypes we decided in the menu before. And here, for the 4th predefined optotype, we had 1 row with a visus of 1, and it's displayed right now here. Here is the menu I already showed you quite often. It can fly in and out. Here you have also quick access to the different masks you can use for your optotype. So if I press here, it will switch directly into more than 1 line. And also you will find here also import, export, the optotype, the filter, the vertex distance conversion, the additional proposal, cross-cylinder retinoscopy, and the manual. If you press on the manual, the IFU will load here, so you can read it here, but you will also find it on our website. If it is too small, that's the only screen you can zoom in, and then it's easier to read. The other screens are not zoomable. And also here in the menu, you can shut down the device, bring it in standby, and make the settings I showed you before. One field we didn't discover yet is a really, really nice feature, in my opinion. If I press here, a camera mode will switch on. So now it activates a camera. You can see my hand here, but if there will be a patient, I can show you. Now you would see my eyes. So if a patient is not able to sit in the correct position, or if he presses eyes or do something with them, then you could see it here and can observe it, and maybe you can delegate to bring the patient again in the correct position, or you find a little bit faster your correct prescription for the cross-cylinder mode.